On behalf of the GS2AC, welcome. We hope to see you many times more. I hope you take advantage of all the events we have coming up soon. And it is a privilege and honor to ask one of you to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Sir. All right. That's all. I pledge allegiance. What? Easy.
All right. The right to the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed.
Okay, now.
I pledge allegiance
to the
flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
That's right. Now, before you go, if you just give us your name and what brought you here.
Yes, my name is Evgeny.
Irish?
Irish Russian.
Yes, I feel like I moved to States about 4 years ago, and I look around politics, and even I'm not a citizen yet, but I want to be involved. And this meeting is like one of the most important to keep the country safe, and this is the opportunity to have a right for self-defense. And if young people like me not going to be involved in such meetings, you don't know where the country can.
Hi everybody, I'm Dave Truslow, and it's a pleasure to be here. I actually had a shooting class that I had scheduled for the night, but Mike Schrader and I met yesterday, and he told me about this group. First I heard of it, and I was able to move things around. I'm very new. I just got my first pistol in April of this year, and I am Chaz.
Hi, my name is Wayne Kennedy. I'm a member of the NRA, Gunnowners of America, and California Rifle and Pistol Association. I figured that one more group isn't going to hurt. I'm here because of my buddy John way in the back there. He talked to me about this a long time ago, and I figured, well, I'll come and see what you guys are all about. That's why I'm here. Once again, on behalf of GS2AC, thank you. We'll see you every month. Don't forget the barbecue. If you've never been to a barbecue, come to ours. We will get you fat and you have chances to win guns. Okay? All right. Lots of stuff to cover tonight. To begin with, reminder, the way we support the group is when you make donations and buy stuff. Most important of all is the barbecue. August 15th. That's 1, 2, 3 Saturdays away, and that includes this Saturday coming. Coming fast. Tri-tip chicken, pork, ribs, got sausages, fresh corn on the cob, fresh watermelon, all the stuff that goes with it. Kids 12, 13 or under, I'll fudge that a little bit. As long as they do their safety training, I get them in for free, okay? And please, get them safety training. You ever done sporting clays? We've got an instructor out there, $5, everything's provided. All you have to do is get up there and do it. It's a great, well, sometimes humbling experience. Was for me. But a lot of stuff to do. Mr. Schrader will be running the 22 range down at the SAS range at the bottom of the hill. We're going to try to set it up with a golf cart so you can get a quick ride down there. Getting back, that's your stuff to win. Mr. Frank Lacey has been kind enough to donate front sight certificates. You've got to come to the barbecue to win them. So please don't miss that opportunity. Also, we have prize drawing items back a little thin tonight because we want to focus on getting barbecue tickets done. And then, of course, tickets. When you buy a meal, if you got a receipt, there's a little bucket up there at the register. Please put it in there so we can get credit for it. We sell enough meals, we don't have to pay for the room, and this room is not cheap. Okay, off of that stuff. Now, officer committee reports. Barbecue, we've already talked about, once again. Now, main thing on the barbecue is there are a lot of little things that need help with. Little things like, hey, I need someone to help put the covers on the tables. I need someone to help drive the shuttle cart. You know, it's a one trip down, one trip back. Do that a couple times, you're done. Someone to help me make the coleslaw. It's all pre-cut. All you gotta do is put it in a bowl and mix it. But little things like huge difference because I can't do it all, Mr. Varner can't do it all. So, I have, crap, senior moment, memory fart, brain fart. Read that. We have one gentleman here who's already volunteered for one step. So, is there anyone who would like to be the shuttle driver on that cart? Okay, it's a simple job. You literally pop it in there. Every once in a while, take a trip down and come on back. We're talking a short job. Anybody can help me with that at all? The jobs get harder. Ma'am, your name, please. Jill. Last name?
Now.
And Jill, I will ask you after the meeting to give me your email address so I can shoot you a quick reminder, okay? Now, the will call desk where people come to get their tickets. Normally we have a crew there. One of the main people who's going to be working that crew unfortunately has to be out of town doing other things. So people come up and they go, hey, I need to give you money and you need to give me tickets. Takes a little time to do. Is there anyone who would like to help that? Mr. Hoot. And I will try to avoid having the snow cone machine. Ice cream will be there, but not a snow cone machine. Anybody else? Okay. Coleslaw maker. Who wants to be up there? And that's a quick one. It's just literally you get the gloves on, you put it in there, you mix it up, and you're done. Mr. Stoddard. Table covers. Jill. I think, Jill, you helped us in the past with the table covers. Did you not? Jill? Okay. Jill, are you going to be there early enough to do table covers or no? Remember the table covers that we put on the wooden tables? Can you assist with that in a second? Cool. You're my hero. Okay. Posting signs to say, hey, here's the way to the 22 range. Here's the range. I mean, those signs are pre-made. You just got to put them up, tape them, boom, and you're done. Anybody can help me with that? Yes, sir. David?
Brad.
And last name?
Alexander.
Okay, someone to set up the paper plates and utensils and stuff like that. It's a small job, but it saves me a ton of time if someone could just say, look, boom, 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 boom.
You just put a rock on each one, so it won't slide back.
Well, yeah, that's a really good point there. Anybody can help me with that guy? You have to spend some time at the barbecue not working. Okay, Jill, there we go. Perfect. All right, Mr. Varner is always in need of someone to help him with a few things when it comes to stuff like stirring the bean pot. Doesn't take much. Turning the corn, that kind of stuff. If there's anybody who can help him with that, please see Mr. Varner in the back. An extra hand makes a huge difference from beginning to that. Okay, enough stuff for that. Barbecue tickets on sale, $25 in the back. Remember, your ticket gets you 3 chances to win the SA08 semi-auto shotgun as well as the Mossberg. So please don't forget that. If you can't attend the barbecue, you can still win the guns. Let us know. We can sell you tickets back just for the guns. Enough of that stuff for the president. Mr. Vice President, Mr. Brad Cypress.
My picture, we can listen to Alan here. One thing I did want to mention, I sent an email to the guys. I mentioned before a website called PopFox that accepts input from citizens about bills that are up in front of the Congress and Senate right now. There's one out there to legalize concealed carry on military bases. I'd like everybody to go out to popfox.com, find that bill, and say yes, they want to do that. Right now, as I recall, the last time I saw it, it was like 90% in favor of that. The more actual physical votes we can get, though, the more likely we'll actually listen to it. So please go to PopFox and other gun issues on there as well. Go back and visit that often and try and vote as much as you can for gun rights and conservative rights in general. So that's all I got. Next up. Yes, sir.
I'm going to save mine for next month because we've got a lot of good stuff going on.
Okay. Mr. Chair, our treasurer has his report.
All right, Madam Carolyn?
I just was going to skip mine until next month because we've got a lot of good stuff going on.
But you always have the funny stories.
That's true.
I want my story. Okay.
No selfish on the stories.
This is an adult show. I want my stories.
In that case, I'll put the longer one first because I guess the better one. This one is actually, it's an article that came out by a man named Richard Lederer. And I guess in the past he's done a variety of reports and things on phrases that are no longer valid because mostly the younger people didn't even know what they meant, like don't touch that dial, carbon copy, you sound like a broken record, and hung out to dry. It says, veteran readers have asked me to shine light on more faded words and expressions, and I'm happy to oblige. Back in the old days, we had a lot of moxie. We put on our best bib and tucker and straighten up the fly rug. Hubba hubba. We cut a rug in some juke joint and then go necking and petting and smooching and spooning and billing and cooing and pitching woo and hot rods and jalopies in some passion fitter lover's lane. Heavens to Betsy. Gee willikers. Jumping Jehoshaphat. Holy moly. We were in like Flynn and living the life of Riley. And even a regular guy couldn't accuse us of being a knucklehead, a nincompoop, or a pill. Not for all the tea in China. Back in the olden days, life used to be swell. When's the last time anything was swell? Swell has gone the way of beehives, page boys, and the DA. Spat snickers, fedoras, poodle skirts, saddle shoes, pedal pushers. Oh, my aching back. Kilroy was here, but he isn't anymore. Like Washington Irving's Rip Van Winkle and Kurt Vonnegut's Billy Pilgrim, we've become unstuck in time. We wake up from what surely has been just a short nap before we can say, I'll be a monkey's uncle. Or, this is a fine kettle of fish. We discover that words we grew up with, the words that seem omnipresent as oxygen, have vanished with scarcity. Unnoticed from our tongues and our pens and our keyboards. Poof, poof, poof go the words of our youth. Words we've left behind, and we blink and they're gone. Evanesced from the landscape and wordscape of our perception, like Mickey Mouse wristwatches, hula hoops, skate keys, candy cigarettes, little wax bottles of colored sugar water, and an organ grinder Snuggie, although I did see one of those not too long ago. Where have all those phrases gone? Long time passing. Where have all those phrases gone? Long time ago. Shaw, the butler, did it. Think about the starving Armenians. Bigger than a bread box, banned in Boston. The very idea. It's your nickel. Don't forget to pull the chain. Knee-high to a grasshopper, turn of the century, iron curtain, domino theory. Fail-safe, soda fence, fiddlesticks. You look like the wreck of the Hesperus. Cooties. Going like 60. I'll see you in the funny papers. Don't take any wooden nickels. Heavens to Murgatroyd, and away we go. Oh, my stars and garters. Turns out there are more of those lost words and expression than Carter had liver pills. This can be disturbing stuff, this winking out of the words of our youth. These words that lodge in our heart's deep core, but just one never steps into the same river twice. One cannot step into the same language twice. Even as one enters, words are swept downstream into the past, forever making a different river. We of a certain age have been blessed to live in changeful times. For a child, each new word is like a shiny toy, a toy that has no age. We at the other end of the chronological arc have the advantage of remembering there are words that once did not exist, and there were words that once strutted their hour upon the earthly stage, and now are heard no more, except in our collective memory. One of the greatest advantages of aging, we can be archaic and eat it too. Now this brought to mind to me some of the words that I hope we don't see very soon on that same list. Concealed carry, Second Amendment, rifle range, target pistol, sporting clays, hunting license, ladysmith. I think you can probably add to this list quite a few.
All right. Now, the legislative report, Mr.
So this is a good news, semi-bad news, good news. I was headed down to the 10th Street Range last night to work as a range officer. And I was out, you know where on Coleman, that Costco is, it's got that parking lot with the big gas station. As I'm coming around the corner past the McDonald's, I look to my right and I see a gun store sign. I left a considerable amount of rubber tread in the road, stopping, pulled in, walked in the door, says, how long have you been open? It's 3 months. I said, as busy as I am running around gun stores, nobody's ever got me with that before. There's a new store there, and there's actually 2 new stores. It's called San Jose Gun Trader. The folks over there were a private FFL before. They apparently do transfers for $50 from out of state. They're pretty reasonable on that. I saw 4 guns I owned there that I thought I bought at a good price somewhere, and their prices were cheaper. New startup, clean. Apparently it's a cop and his wife, little, and 2 employees. Nice little shop, very clean. So that's one new one. And then tonight I get handed, where's the gentleman from Ballistic Precision? There's a new store down there. It's not there. It's on Walsh and Santa Clara, apparently by appointment only, but it is a retail location also.
Yeah, so doing transfers, but
okay.
Special orders and such.
So bottom line is 2 new gun stores. That's where the little ball is. And then I've had people tell me, in some states the legislature is only in their capital doing work for a short while. I think in Montana and Texas they're only there for 3 months every other year, which is a nice thing.
It used to be true in California too, if you go back.
So, well, here's the thing. So in California, and unfortunately, the guy that just told me this is wrong, but basically the only time you can feel completely safe as far as state legislation is when they're not there. That's not entirely true because they're still doing stuff, but they are on vacation. Started last week, runs till the 17th or 18th of August. That leaves only 2 weeks for them to pass bills before the end of the month when it either goes to the governor or it dies. So that's kind of good news. Based on that, I went to the NRA, the one-click website. Unfortunately, all 4 anti-gun bills, the one about banning ivory unless you can prove it was legally here, which affects a lot of knives and early handguns. The one about letting sheriffs and police chiefs narrow within a county where you go for the CCW, you're supposed to be able to go to both. This beats 1. There's a bill to expand the number of people that fall under the prohibited persons list by extending the so-called misdemeanor domestic violence codes. And there's also one to extend guns on school grounds, but basically include the sidewalk across the street, things that aren't there. So even though they're at home, their legislative office staff is there. Going to the one-click generates lots of emails. So if you would, for the next couple of weeks, every day or 2, grab every email address you got, send a short message, keep bombing them. So when they come home, they're looking at a stack like this. Because the truth is on emails, they have to record them. They generally print on them. So while they're on vacation, they'll go back in 2 weeks. Let's go ahead and take advantage of the tool. So I don't want to know any more information on it because the bills are there. You guys have seen the webpage before, but now's the time to lay on it. If you happen to catch one, Jerry Hill is up in Santa Clara, kind of where I live. He does Java with Jerry. He flies to coffee houses, pays for coffee, people come visit. We're bringing a bunch. We'll talk about that. So take advantage of that opportunity. On the barbecues, okay. So you guys have got a barbecue on the 15th. The month of August, I do that 22 rifle range at 3 barbecues. This coming Sunday is the 10th Street Range Barbecue at Coyote Valley. I'm going to have the same rifle range set up. I'm going to ask them for help, but basically, I can run that by myself with 4, 5, or 6 shooting positions by each people. So anybody that wants to learn, now I'm an area instructor, some of your instructors too. When you're taking kids up there and teaching them to shoot in 10 minutes, it's a different sort of training situation. How many of you remember the old sports shows, the International Sports Expo, where they had the hunting and fishing halls and all that? We used to run 8 kids through a BB gun range every 8 kids through a BB gun range every 6 minutes. And in 2.5 days, we trained 2,500 kids for beginning shooting. So it's a high volume sort of deal. We can't afford much ammo. So I'm looking for donations of ammo. I'm looking for people who are attending any picnic, including yours.
We got 1,000 rounds.
Okay, so on your picnic, I'm going to be there. If somebody wants to mosey down and help for an hour or 2, just to help keep an eye on the kids like that or learn about training, we'll do it. If any of you want to come to the one on Sunday, I can take 2 or 3 in there and feed you the second time this month. And then on the last Sunday of the month, last Sunday, the Safari Club one, and that one typically has elk burgers and caribou and so on like that. I'm running the range again. So anybody wants to get involved in mentoring kids with a quick method, once they come to Coyote Valley, I certainly can use your help on the 15th for ours. I can use some help on this coming Sunday, I'm probably okay. And anybody that's got, we limit it to single shotguns, rifles, pumps, levers, 20 targets that we hit between they fall down and react, and then we pull a rope and they reset. So the reactive target's a lot of fun. Okay. So any 22 ammo, long, short, or long rifle will work, and it doesn't have to be of any particular high quality, but if you've got ammo, either bring it or let me know about it. We can use it, because we don't use it then. We use it on the second Saturday of the month when the range is open at 10th Street for the public for free shooting them. So let's make this the month of taking people shooting, adults and kids. And if you want to help at one of these, just come down to it or let me know beforehand. But go to your barbecue, have some food, bring some folks that have never shot before, and we'll take care of them. Oh, thank you. That's the hot spot.
There we go. San Jose Gun Trader. And to load it down, I lost it.
Ballistic precision. Sorry.
Ballistic precision, there we go. On Walsh? On Walsh, okay, in San Jose. Okay, now, some other things. Articles. I try to find decent stuff that's fresh out there. We have people at the former CNN anchor, you know where they normally come from, finally waking up to reality. They get attacked, and her husband saves her life with a gun. He takes a couple rounds, but he saves her life. Her response, nothing to debate, having a gun saved my life. Calendar legislation, Mr. Schrader's talked about that. Hillary. Those two words are so similar.
Thomas is looking at the top.
Maybe it's onomatopoetic. I don't know. Apparently, she likes the idea of gun control. Moms Demand Action. Who needs facts when you have an agenda? Great discussion here about this lady named Shannon Watts. And to do this, we basically she took some facts about gun control and guns use, and it just twisted them enough to make them so that they didn't make any sense at all, except to her. Mr. Chris Christie. You may remember Mr. Chris Christie as the friend of a gentleman, Brian Aiken, who left him languish in jail and finally commuted a sentence, but would not expunge the sentence, wouldn't commute the sentence, wouldn't get a reprieve of it. So he still, in New Jersey, is considered a felon, and is still trying to fight to get his son back. This is a gentleman who was cited for having an illegal weapon, which was registered, but unfortunately it was buried in the trunk of his car underneath much stuff, and the cops found it. Mr. Obama, thank you very much for selling so many guns. Social Security recipients. Anyone here getting Social Security? Mr. Obama has his target sights on you. He's doing analysis on you to determine whether or not you should be able to have guns or not. And he may be trying to take it away from you. And then, of course, we have our good funds at HBO, who apparently don't like the fact that there is one of those guys, IFC boxers, who just happens to have an ammunition logo on his trunks. Go figure. Apparently, it's too scary for people who watch IFC. Okay, enough of that. Okay, so enough of that stuff. Bottom line, a lot of good information. Please take the information that's there, take it home, copy it, give it to friends. The idea there is to make sure that information gets out. I try to pick stuff that's really, really absurd. All right, so let's move on to that. By the way, Mr. Kilmer, I want to thank you for being here tonight. Where's Mr. Kilmer? Is he already left? Mr. Kilmer, thank you very much. Resume. Our local pain in the ass for the gun control movement. Welcome.